Up to now, the Jews had been left alone and walked about freely, although the authorities were keeping track of them. On a certain day, old man Gorlin, who had been a neighbor, came knocking on my door and informed us that the Germans had ordered the Jews to pack up their belongings and prepare to leave. He shared the kitchen with us. On the chance that he would return, he asked us to watch his room and not allow anyone in. By evening of the same day, we watched as they were led down the street toward the military barracks outside of the city. By the time we ran outside, the first column had already passed the house. In front were the rabbis, the doctors and their families, and the Jewish intelligentsia. Next were the elderly, supported under the arms. The sick were on stretchers, and the children walked along, carrying knapsacks and small bundles. The procession moved very slowly. My children ran to say goodbye to their classmates, their best friend Rusya Halperin, their favorite teacher Berta Vladimirovna, and other teachers. After the last column passed and the convoy had all but disappeared from view, we saw a young woman running with two children, desperately trying to catch up. She held an infant under one arm. Clutching her other hand was a 3-year-old girl dragging a large doll. The guards had apparently forgotten about them. The doll was slowing them down, so the mother grabbed the girl with the doll and placed her on top of a bundle that was tied to her arm. Then she continued running, trying to catch up with her people. It was difficult to believe that they would shoot down 7,500 people for no reason. But several days later, they were executed and buried in those same trenches that we had dug around the city before the Germans arrived. Apparently, many of those buried were not killed because the earth continued to move for some time afterward. A vile, inhuman, and criminal act had taken place in history.